Now I request Shri Vijay Mohan Garu, Superintendent of Customs, to grace the dais with his presence. He will be welcomed by Professor Nagaraju, Director of Public Relations, Sanskriti Group and coordinator of this event.
At lotus feet of beloved Bhagavan. A very good morning. Sanskriti group of institutions had made its mark in providing value education to the community over a decade and working towards making a larger impact in reaching out people in providing the needed education. Located in the divine land Puttaparthi, the abode of Bhagavan Satyasai Baba, we are affiliated to JNTU Anantapur, Andhra Pradesh and recognized by AICTE Government of India. Our faculty are our assets and our students are our property. Institute has churned out thousands of MBA and engineering professionals who are working in various countries, multinational companies, various industries across in India. Some are self-employed, some have become entrepreneurs. We are known for our international collaborations with RISE Austria and many other MNCs. We have MOU with them and they have established state-of-the-art infrastructure and R&D labs at our campus for capacity building for the faculty and students of our institute. Our flagship program, RIT, RISE Information Technology, is aimed at enabling students build mobile applications and apps with faculty exchange program for University of Vienna and in Austria. Students are trained to think out of the box through their projects and internships while studying, which make them professionals with hands-on learning by the time they complete their course. Good blend of curricular, co-curricular and extracurricular activities in the future of Sanskriti. 100% placement stands testimony for the success of the institute. Toastmaster Club, Coding Club, Alankrita Club, Sports Club, NSS Club, Management Clubs, Case Study Club, Speakers Club trigger all the creativity and aspects of learning in the students, which also generate social responsibility towards community. International conferences, seminars, fest, workshops, symposium, all these events are conducted on regular basis. Genius is 1%, talent and 99% is hard work. It was stated by Albert Einstein. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. Cracking competitive exams is a dream for every one of us, but people who provide guidance are rare to come across. Today is one such rare occasion. Shri Vijay Reddy Garu has been instrumental in conceptualizing this entire program for the benefit of the aspirants. Today, we have eminent personalities with us who traveled this path and who came out with flying colors. We are very fortunate today that they are available with us at Sanskriti today. They have a very strong service motto of giving back to society in this form by sharing their experience with the aspirants. On behalf of Sanskriti and the participants gathered here, I express my deep sense of gratitude to Shri Uma Maheshwar Reddy Garu, who is instrumental in making this event possible, and Shri Loknath Reddy Garu for putting up and bringing all the Indian people on one dais. It is next to impossible for us if we think individually. So, great thanks to sir, and special thanks to Shri Yashwant Garu, who is available in his busy schedule, dropped all his work and all the way came for us. And Vijay Mohan sir and Shivanath sir and Mahindra sir who are available here. I know they have a lot of other options with them. They can spend another hour in the movie, another hour of relaxation or retreat, but they have chosen that they are going to be here with us to share all their knowledge and experience so that you can become like them in the future. So this is the social cause which they have with us. So this is a very unique opportunity for all of you. So I request all the participants and students available here to carefully listen to the speakers, note down the points. At the end of all the talks, you will be given time for question and answers. That time you can put up your points. Yeah? Let us move on to the next speech, for which I would welcome Shri M. Vijay Mohan sir. Sir completed his B.Tech in Electrical Engineering from Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Technology. Sir appeared in UPSC Civil Services exams mains 4 times, and he has a record of cracking SSC CGL exam in 4 times in a row. He got shortlisted for interview of Intelligence Bureau, Assistant Central Intelligence Officer. He joined the Indian Customs as Preventive Officer. Sir has also written a book entitled Indian Economic Survey 2021 and 22 and Union Budget 22-23. Sir is currently serving as the Superintendent of Customs at Chennai Customs. I invite Vijay Mohan sir to address the gathering. Thank you, sir.
Hello. A very warm morning to all the dignitaries who are present on the dais, and a very warm welcome to the audience and who are standing. I felt sorry for them. So basically, Sivanath sir has covered the UPSC, and Yashwant sir, and Yashwant sir has I think covered almost all angles. So it is very he left very little. So I will be basically speaking about Staff Selection Commission. What is the Staff Selection Commission? Briefly I will be discussing what are the services available under the Staff Selection Commission, and what is the sense of, what is the career progression that you will be getting, and what is the sense of satisfaction that you are going to get in the services under the Staff Selection Commission. And I will be giving you some real-time experiences that I have faced while doing my duty, so that you will be able to understand the spectrum or the nature or the canvas that you will get in the public service, especially in the public service when compared to the private service. So first of all, UPSC, as you know that UPSC is a constitutional body which conducts examination for Group A services, right? So similarly, Staff Selection Commission is not a constitutional body, it is a statutory body which conducts examination for central services like all Group B services and Group C services. And there are almost 35 services are there in the Staff Selection Commission which conducts examination. There are almost 35 services are there. And you know, how many of you know about the Income Tax Department? Can you raise your hand please? A little bit higher. And how many of you know Enforcement Directorate? How many of you know Enforcement Directorate? Please, can you raise your hand? Okay. Then how many of you know National Investigation Agency? Yeah, very few. How many of you know National Narcotics Control Bureau? Yes. How many of you know CAG? CAG means auditing, Comptroller and Auditor General. Okay. How many of you know Central Bureau of Investigation? Quite a few. Okay, very good. Nowadays these institutions are very active. How many of you know how to enter into these services? How to enter into these departments? Okay. So now I will tell you that the field level officers like Inspector Cadre, Sub-Inspector Cadre, into these services like CBI, NIA, it will be through Staff Selection Commission. For Central Bureau of Investigation, Staff Selection Commission conducts an examination and will take into Sub-Inspector level. For National Investigation Agency, which acts as an anti-terrorist body, it will take candidates at Inspector level. For Customs, Central Excise and Enforcement Directorate is nowadays very powerful, and it deals with the economic offences like money laundering. Nowadays you are reading quite a bit in newspapers, money laundering issues, right? So it deals with the high profile cases, money laundering. And Central Bureau of Investigation, you all know about the cases it will deal with high profile criminal cases, high profile political issues, right? So to enter into all these departments and all these services at the entry level, Staff Selection Commission will provide a doorway. Yes, UPSC is providing entrances into the Group B, Group A services. However, This Staff Selection Commission provides very fascinating, very diversified, very dynamic opportunities. I will tell you my real-time experiences so that you will be able to understand it more clearly. Right, basically the examination will be based on English language, mathematics, logical reasoning, that will be dealt by Mahidhar sir. Okay, and first of all, why you need to enter into public service? I want to deal a little bit more about that question. What is the difference and what is the perceptible difference that you will find in the private service and you will find in the public service? Yes, I think you will get more financial incentives when you are working in a private sector, when you are working in a MNC, right? When you are working in any startup, like private startup. Financial incentive is not the criteria. The nature of service that you are doing, the scope of service that you will be able to do, and the the sense of the palpability that you are going to touch the lives of the common people. You will be listening time and again that pen is mightier than sword. You can literally feel it when you are working on a file, either in state government or central government, and when you are dealing or that file is related to any grievance of a common man, you will be literally feeling the weight of your pen. That is not possible in private service. When you become a gazetted officer, you are endorsing something with your green name. Even if you get 1 crore of salary in the private service, you will be not allowed to use the green. Am I right? So that is the weight and responsibility, that is the sense of, that is the footprint that you will be leaving in the lives of common man. Don't come to public service for financial incentives. It is not going to be matching with the private sector. There is more than the financial incentives that needs to be pursued in the life. There is a character building. There is a challenging environment. You can change through one line of your pen. You can change the life of a common man. I will tell you the simple scenario. I'll tell you one of my experience. I was working as a preventive officer in Chennai airport in, I think, 1 year back, 2021, something like that, during the COVID times. There is during night time I was on duty. Generally during the night times, you are comfortable, all are you comfortable in English? Shall I switch to Telugu? But I am comfortable. Okay. నైట్ టైం ఎక్కువగా ఫ్లైట్స్ వస్తుంటాయి మాకి, మోస్ట్లీ దుబాయ్ అండ్ ఖతార్ నుంచి ఎక్కువ వస్తుంటాయి. ఈ దుబాయ్ అండ్ ఖతార్ నుంచి వచ్చే ఫ్లైట్స్లో ఎక్కువగా డొమెస్టిక్ లేబర్స్, డ్రైవర్స్ వీళ్ళు ఎక్కువ ఉంటారు. ఆ రోజు నేను డ్యూటీలో ఉన్నాను. నార్మల్లీ మాకు నైట్ టైమ్స్ 30 ఫ్లైట్స్ దాకా వస్తాయి. 30 ఫ్లైట్స్ మీన్స్ నియర్లీ వీఆర్ డీలింగ్ ఇన్ ఎ డే వీఆర్ డీలింగ్ విత్ నియర్లీ 2000 to 3000 passengers, which is very hectic, and everybody wants to go out from the airport. From the time they land in India, they want to go rush to the home, which is understandable because they are flying for so many hours. They will be having so many issues. So in that particular day, ఆ రోజు నేను డ్యూటీలో ఉన్నాను. Like 2000 passengers are there. Okatanu, he is very nervous and he is very tense and he is roaming around here and there. I noticed it and I went to him. ఏమైంది, ఎందుకు మీరు అంత టెన్స్ గా ఉన్నారు అంటే he is literally crying. Sir, I have been to Dubai 30 years. నేను 30 years క్రితం దుబాయ్కి వెళ్ళాను. అక్కడ మా వైఫ్ కూడా అక్కడే ఉంది. ఆమె డొమెస్టిక్ వర్కర్, నేను డ్రైవర్. 30 years గా నేను అక్కడే పనిచేస్తున్నాను. నా పిల్లలు 3 ఆడపిల్లలు, వాళ్ళ పెళ్లిళ్ళు అన్ని నేను అక్కడి నుంచే విర్చువల్ గా, అంటే వాళ్ళకి ఇక్కడ పెళ్లిళ్ళు జరిగాయి, నేను పంపించే డబ్బుతో అక్కడి నుంచి నేను విర్చువల్ గా వాళ్ళది అటెండ్ అయ్యాను. ఈ 30 years లో నేను ఒక్కసారి కూడా రాలేదు. వాళ్ళ పెళ్లిళ్ళు అయిపోయి పిల్లలు అయిపోయాను. సరే మరి ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకు వచ్చావు అన్నాడు. అంటే సార్ మా ఫాదర్ ఉన్నాడు, ఆయన చనిపోయాడు, నిన్న చనిపోయాడు. ఆయన డెడ్ బాడీ ఇంకా ఊళ్ళోనే ఉంది. ఆయన డెడ్ బాడీని చూద్దామని వచ్చాను నేను, కానీ టైం అయిపోయింది. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఒక 3 hours లో రీచ్ అవ్వలేకపోతే ఐ థింక్ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు టేక్ ద డెడ్ బాడీ. నేను మా ఫాదర్ని ఇంకా లైఫ్లో చూడలేదు, అందుకనే నేను నర్వస్నెస్తో ఏడుస్తున్నాను సార్ అని చెప్పాడు. సో ఇప్పుడు నేను లైవ్ చూశాను నియర్లీ 200-300 కోవిడ్ టెస్ట్ కిట్లు అవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. ఇతన్ని ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్ళాలంటే దేర్ విల్ బి ప్యాసింజర్స్ ఫ్రమ్ USA, UK. వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే సారీ టు సే దే విల్ ఫీల్ మోర్ ఎంపవర్డ్ అండ్ దే విల్ ఆర్గ్యూ విత్ ద ఆఫీస్. జనరల్లీ దిస్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్. సో నేను వెంటనే మా అసిస్టెంట్ కమిషనర్ సార్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళాను. సార్ దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఇష్యూ అండ్ ఆయన తొందరగా వెళ్ళాలనుకుంటున్నాడు, ఇట్లా వాళ్ళ ఫాదర్ డెడ్ బాడీ ఉంది, సో మనం కొంచెం హ్యూమానిటేరియన్ గ్రౌండ్స్ మీద అతన్ని తొందరగా పంపిద్దామని చెప్పారు. ఓకే మేము యాక్సెప్ట్ చేశాడు, మేము అన్ని పేపర్ వర్క్ చేసేసి అతన్ని ఓకే నౌ యూ కెన్ గో అని చెప్పి ఒక 10 to 15 minutes లో అతన్ని పంపించేసాం. నౌ ఇన్ ద టైమ్ దట్ హీ ఈస్ లీవింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ అండ్ హీ ఈస్ లిటరల్లీ క్రైయింగ్ అండ్ హీ సెడ్ దట్ సార్ మీరు 10 minutes లో మీరు చేసిన పేపర్ వర్క్ ఒకవేళ మీరు చేయకపోయింటే జీవితంలో నేను మా ఫాదర్ని చూడలేకపోయి ఉండేవాడిని అని చెప్పి ఏడ్చుకుంటూ మాకు థ్యాంక్స్ చెప్పి వెళ్ళాడు. అండ్ దట్ 10 seconds దట్ హీ ఈస్ క్రైయింగ్, దట్ ఈస్ ది crux, that is the sense of satisfaction that you are going to get in the public service which is not available in the private. That day I realized, yes, I choose the correct profession. This might be financial incentives might be less compared to the private sector because my peers are earning more, but I never dissatisfied with these things. And even I will tell you one more example. At same time, COVID time, my wife is a doctor. She is serving in SWIMS. She is in Central General Medicine Department. So during COVID time, she is there doing her duty. I was there in the airport. Both are the prime locations for COVID infections, and we are having 1-year baby. So literally, we don't touch our baby for nearly 2 or 3 months. We used to stand and we used to see her from the distance. But how we are able to do that? Because the sense of service that we are doing, it is more compared to the financial incentives, the perks, the facilities that you are going to get in the private service or MNCs. I am not degrading them, but it is this is the public service, the only thing that can give you the satisfaction, that can give you the power to reduce the grievance of the common man. Similarly, there are cases, multiple cases, where we are doing a duty and we came across 10 kgs of heroin, 10 kgs of ketamine, and this brown sugar, many type of drugs from African nations, all those things. So we felt that, okay, one time we found out that one person is carrying 10 kgs of heroin. That day we went to sleep very peacefully that, okay, మనం ఈరోజు ఏదో కొంచెం నేషన్కి వీఆర్ కాంట్రిబ్యూటెడ్ టు ద ఇంటర్నల్ సెక్యూరిటీ, వీఆర్ కాంట్రిబ్యూటెడ్ టు ద యూత్ ఆఫ్ ద నేషన్. అంటే ఈరోజు మనం ఒక పని చేస్తాం, ఇది నేషన్కి ఇట్ ఈస్ యూస్ఫుల్ అండ్ ఒక సెన్స్ ఆఫ్ సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ వస్తుంది అనమాట. దాట్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ క్రక్స్ దట్ యూ కెన్ గెట్ ఇన్ ది పబ్లిక్ సర్వీస్, రైట్? సో ఇంకొక పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే స్టాఫ్ సెలక్షన్ కమిషన్ నుంచి ఇంటీరియర్ లొకేషన్స్ నుంచి ఎక్కువగా స్టూడెంట్స్ రావడం లేదు. టేక్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆఫ్ హైదరాబాద్, మెట్రోస్ నుంచి ఎక్కువ మంది వస్తున్నారు, చెన్నై, హైదరాబాద్, కలకత్తా, ముంబై, ఈ ఏరియాస్ నుంచి వస్తున్నారు. మన ఇంటీరియర్ నుంచి ఎక్కువ రావట్లేదు. అంటే అనంతపూర్ తీసుకోండి, లేకపోతే కర్నూలు, పుట్టపర్తి, హిందూపూర్, కదిరి, ఇట్లాంటి ఏరియాస్ నుంచి రీసెంట్లీ కండక్టెడ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇన్ కదిరి విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ లోక్నాథ్ రెడ్డి సార్ అండ్ ద గైడెన్స్ ఆఫ్ లోక్నాథ్ రెడ్డి సార్. సార్ మోటా కూడా ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఎక్కువ మంది రావాలి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ దీస్ 4 and 5 years are very important in the public service. Why? Because there are large amount of recruitments happening in the public service. For example, if you see 2020 notification, do you know what is the number of vacancies in Staff Selection Commission? Literally 20,000 vacancies. And they have increased it to 37,000 vacancies. Of course, Group C vacancies are more, but executive level Group B vacancies, nearly 10,000 vacancies are there. 2021 లో అలాగే ఉంది, 2023 లో కూడా అలాగే ఉంది. సో ఈ 4 or 5 periods is the sweet spot if you want to enter into the central service. ఇవే కాదు, రైల్వే సర్వీసెస్ ఉన్నాయి, బ్యాంకింగ్ సర్వీసెస్ ఉన్నాయి. సో ఇక్కడ నుంచి కొంచెం అవగాహన తక్కువ ఉంది. Yesterday I was discussing with your chairman. He is also having very good novel thoughts, novel ideas. He is also telling, sir, these people are very talented, but they only need the ignition part. They only need the guidance. So I thought that okay, so I think this is the right place to come and give a guidance lecture or awareness lecture. Why? Because even a 5% or even a 2% of people will move into that side with this awareness program, then I think we are largely succeeded. And so this is the issue. And the central services are providing very dynamic and very challenging environment. You will get very innovative things to do, and you will have a large public canvas to leave your footprint, right? Yes, there is political ramifications, there will be political interferences, there will be parallel political journeys, right? Even then, you will have a scope to serve. You will have a scope to get sense of service. That is what I want to tell. And I thank Sanskriti institutions and your young and energetic and dynamic chairman for giving this opportunity. And I also thank Lokranath Reddy sir garu for providing this opportunity. And I also thank all the dignitaries who are attended. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your address. I'm sure because end of the day, your job gives you satisfaction. That's why it's called services and not a job. So I really appreciate your experience and your valuable time that you are sharing with our students today, all of you.
And says the life of a government official is always tough, but there are moments in every time in your job that you feel grateful for taking up this job. With his personal experience, sir, you have inspired us a lot. You inspire us every day that, you never had regrets in life. There is something always inspiring in your life, and beyond a government official, you have shown that you are a good human. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your golden heart.
Okay.
It's my privilege to express my vote of thanks for this grand event. I grant all the honorable officials for taking their time off and coming and inspiring all our students with their wise words and experience. Sir, continue to inspire us and hope your life becomes a lesson for all of us. I thank the management of Sanskriti Group of Institutions for giving us this opportunity to host such a great event. On behalf of the management, I extend my grateful thanks to the chief guest of our event, Shri Lokranath Reddy sir. I also thank our guest of honor, Shri Yashwant sir, eminent speakers, Shri Vijay Mohan sir, Shivnath garu, Maheshwar sir. A special thanks to Shri Uma Maheshwar Reddy garu for his constant support and guidance. Sir, without your guidance, this event would have not been possible. I also thank our beloved principals of this institution, Dr. Senthil sir and Dr. Balakoteshwari ma'am, for being the constant inspiration and getting through this event. Not last but not the least, I thank all the participants for coming this far and gracing this event. Without you, all this event would have not happened. Also, a big thanks to our students for being patient listeners. This event should not be just an event that you have attended and left. It should be an event where you take home lots of lessons and learning from them. I also thank our digital media team and also the media partners for covering this event. If time was money, sir, you have spent millions today on earth, and we hope we will be a worthwhile investment of this. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.